Old Bridge, Stari Most, in Mostar, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Stari Most, literally, Old Bridge, is a rebuilt 16th century Ottoman bridge in the city of Mostar in Bosnia and Herzegovina that crosses the river Neretva and connects the two parts of the city. The old bridge stood for 427 years, until it was destroyed on November 9, 1993 by Croat military forces during the Croat-Bosniak War. Subsequently, a project was set in motion to reconstruct it. The rebuilt bridge opened on July 23, 2004. The bridge is considered an exemplary piece of Balkan Islamic architecture. It was designed by Mimar Hayruddin, a student and apprentice of architect Mimar Sinan, who built many of the key Sultan's buildings in Istanbul and around the empire. The bridge spans the Neretva River in the old town of Mostar, the city to which it gave the name. The city is the fifth largest in the country. It is the center of the Herzegovina-Neretva Canton of the Federation of Bosnia and Herzegovina, and the unofficial capital of Herzegovina. The Stari Most is hump-backed, 4 meters wide and 30 meters long, and dominates the river from a height of 24 meters. Two fortified towers protect it, the Halebija Tower on the northeast and the Terra Tower on the southwest, called the Bridge Keepers. Instead of foundations, the bridge has abutments of limestone linked to wing walls along the waterside cliffs. Measuring from the summer water level of 40.05 meter, abutments are erected to a height of 6.53 meters, from which the arch springs to its high point. The start of the arch is emphasized by a molding 0.32 meters in height. The rise of the arch is 12.02 meters. The original bridge was commissioned by Sultan the Magnificent in 1557 to replace an older wooden suspension bridge of dubious stability. Construction began in 1557 and took 9 years. According to the inscription, the bridge was completed in 974 AH, corresponding to the period between July 19, 1566 and July 7, 1567. Tour directors used to state that the bridge was held together with metal pins and mortar made from the protein of egg whites. Little is known of the building of the bridge, and all that has been preserved in writing are memories and legends and the name of the builder, Mimar Hayruddin, a student of Ottoman architect Mimar Sinan. Charged under pain of death to construct a bridge of such unprecedented dimensions, Hayruddin reportedly prepared for his own funeral on the day the scaffolding was finally removed from the completed structure. Upon its completion, it was the widest man-made arch in the world. Original Stari Most photographed in the 1970s. According to the 17th century Turkish traveller Evliya Çelebi, the name Mostar itself means bridge keeper. As Mostar's economic and administrative importance grew with the growing presence of Ottoman rule, the precarious wooden suspension bridge over the Neretva Gorge required replacement. The old bridge on the river was made of wood and hung on chains, wrote the Ottoman geographer Katip Çelebi, and it swayed so much that people crossing it did so in mortal fear. In 1566, Mimar Hayruddin designed the bridge, which was said to have cost 300,000 drams, silver coins, to build. The 2-year construction project was supervised by Karagöz Mehmet Bey, Sultan Süleyman's son-in-law and the patron of Mostar's most important mosque complex, the Hadzi Mehmed Karadziozbeg Mosque. The bridge, 28 meters long and 20 meters high, quickly became a wonder in its own time. The traveller Evliya Çelebi wrote in the 17th century that, "The bridge is like a rainbow arch soaring up to the skies, extending from one cliff to the other. I, a poor and miserable slave of Allah, have passed through 16 countries, but I have never seen such a high bridge. It is thrown from rock to rock as high as the sky." The old bridge was destroyed on November 9, 1993 during the war in Bosnia and Herzegovina. After its destruction, a temporary cable bridge was erected in its place. Newspapers based in Sarajevo reported that more than 60 shells hit the bridge before it collapsed. Croatian General Slobodan Praljak argues in his document how the old bridge was destroyed that there was an explosive charge or mine placed at the center of the bridge underneath and detonated remotely in addition to the shelling that caused the collapse. Most historians disagree and believe his research was trying to absolve his men and himself from crimes committed during the war. He has since committed suicide by drinking poison after being convicted of war crimes. After the destruction of the Stari Most, a spokesman for the Croats admitted that they deliberately destroyed it, claiming that it was of strategic importance. Academics have argued that the bridge held little strategic value and that its shelling was an example of deliberate cultural property destruction. Andras Riedelmayer terms the destruction an act of killing memory, in which evidence of a shared cultural heritage and peaceful coexistence were deliberately destroyed. Both sides of the city remained linked until the bridge's reconstruction by the Spanish and Portuguese military engineers assigned to the United Nations Protection Force, UNPROFOR, mission. After the end of the war, plans were raised to reconstruct the bridge. The World Bank, the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, the Aga Khan Trust for Culture and the World Monuments Fund formed a coalition to oversee the reconstruction of the Stari Most and the historic city centre of Mostar. Additional funding was provided by Italy, the Netherlands, Turkey, Croatia, and the Council of Europe Development Bank, as well as the Bosnian government. In October 1998, UNESCO established an international committee of experts to oversee the design and reconstruction work. It was decided to build a bridge as similar as possible to the original, using the same technology and materials. The bridge was rebuilt with local materials and Ottoman construction techniques by the Turkish company Buletin. Tenalaya stone from local quarries was used and Hungarian army divers recovered stones from the original bridge from the river below. Reconstruction commenced on June 7, 2001. The reconstructed bridge was inaugurated on July 23, 2004, with the cost estimated to be $15.5 million. Stari Most diving is a traditional annual competition in diving organized every year in midsummer. It has taken place 477 times as of 2013. It is traditional for the young men of the town to leap from the bridge into the Neretva. As the Neretva is very cold, this is a risky feat and requires skill and training, though TripAdvisor has said tourists do dive as well. In 1968 a formal diving competition was inaugurated and held every summer. The first person to jump from the bridge since it was reopened was Enij Kalasigia. Since 2015, Stari Most has been a tour stop in the Red Bull Cliff Diving World Series. Like us and join us at Extreme Collections for more fun and knowledge.